like, as if I am going to kill him now. Then Krishna cannot tolerate this. Krishna has to break his promise. Everybody should know. And then what did he do? He said, okay, I am saving these 5 arrows for tomorrow. His mother, he kept, 5 special arrows for 5 Pandavas. And Duryodhana said, my dear grandfather, please give me those 5 arrows. Because he is very clever, no? He is thinking, maybe he is old man, tomorrow while going to the battle he may forget. Let me keep it by my side. And when tomorrow he is going, I will give him in the battle. Then work will be done. You see how people make their own calculation and how Krishna makes his calculation. On that evening, Krishna, he came to Arjuna. He said, Arjuna, how are you? Let's go. He said, what? Where you want to go? He said, come with me. I will tell you where we will go. Then Krishna, he took Arjuna out of the camp, and while walking, he told the story. He said, you remember when once Duryodhana was in trouble with the Yakshas, and you went to rescue him? You went to rescue him? Yeah. And on that day, he had promised you that, please ask me some boon. And you had told him, no, I don't need. If I need in future, I will ask you for that. So today is the day to ask for that boon. Arjuna said, what? He said, you go and tell him, give me those 5 arrows. Arjuna said, what 5 arrows? He said, don't worry, just come with me. When you enter, then you will ask what you want, then you tell him, give me those 5 arrows. So he went with Krishna. Then when they entered Duryodhana's camp, Duryodhana was very happy to see Arjuna and Krishna. Oh, my dear brother, oh Krishna, how are you? How come you are here? Oh, Arjuna, you are here? So you want to, okay, you have come here to surrender or you want, okay, if you want, I can give you kingdom like that without fighting. Arjuna said, no, I have not come here to beg kingdom from you. He said, what? He said, give me those 5 arrows what you have received from Vishnudev. You remember you had promised me that you wanted to give me boon, so this is what I am. And I had told you that when I need, I will take it from you. So today I want to take that blessing from the boon from you.
Is that Arjuna asking?
Yeah. Arjuna asked Duryodhana. Then Duryodhana had to give because he had promised. He said, whatever you ask, I will give you.
He asked Duryodhana.
Huh?
So Arjuna was given a boon by Duryodhana.
Duryodhana.
Why would he have given him a boon, being his enemy?
I told you, no. Before fighting started, one day he was attacked by Yakshas and Arjuna went to rescue him.
Rescue Duryodhana?
Huh. So that's when he told Arjuna that I will give you boon. Please ask me what boon you want. He said, no, I don't need anything. You are my brother. What boon do I need from you? But if I need in future, then I will ask you for the boon. So that is how Krishna, you see, he did. But then after this, when Vishnudevi understood Krishna has done all these things, then he took this vow. He said, okay, you didn't want to take any weapon, you have taken your vow, right? Either your promise you have to break or Krishna will be dead tomorrow. So on that day, he was fighting so heavily. As I said, he was throwing arrow at Arjuna just like rainfall. You can't see anything but arrow only. And on that day, while such kind of fighting was going on, Krishna was very upset actually. Why Bhishmadev is fighting so heavily against Arjuna today? And once he looked up and he saw And at that time, Bhishma Dev had kind of a little bit slowed down throwing the arrows. And he saw Arjuna was sweating. Oh, Krishna said, no. Now, if I don't intervene, this old man is going to kill Arjuna. He got down from the chariot and he took up a wheel and he was rushing towards Bhishmadev. At that time, Bhishmadev was throwing arrow at Krishna and kavacha to Atma, right? His kavacha was broken and the arrows were going inside the kavach and scratching Krishna's body. Even the blood was coming out. Krishna's body cannot be wounded, but he is also experiencing the rasa, of Vira rasa. So that is what he is remembering. Also again he is coming to the same point in the future verse. So that is what it is, that he mama nisita sarai vividyamana tvachi vilasab kavachestu Krishna. So in that way, you are enjoying, but I know what I was doing, how I was throwing sharp arrow at you. So he was releasing Vira. So Prabhupada is speaking. Can you read here?
This throwing of sharp arrows at the transcendental body of the Lord is as good as the worship of another devotee who throws soft roses upon him. The Lord enjoyed the wounds created by his great devotee Bhishmadeva, and because Bhishmadeva is a devotee, in the chivalrous relation, he fixes up his mind on Krishna in the wounded condition.
So he is releasing that relationship. This is a form of worship. Continue.
Krishna was taking pleasure when his devotees Bhishma was piercing him with arrows. Actually, he was taking pleasure. So Vishwanath Chakravarti has given this example that when a lover kisses the opposite lover, even sometimes kissing, there is blood comes out. Still, it is pleasing. The lover does not complain.
Continue.
When Krishna enjoys with his devotees, the fighting with the piercing Krishna's body that is being enjoyed by Krishna, I think I have explained this in Bhagavad.
So, this is how Krishna is enjoying, fighting with Vishnu. So, in 35, act of awarding victory to Arjuna is being discussed. Okay? Again, he is praying for the Rati. Sapadi sakhi vacho nisamya madhye nija parayor valayor ratham niveshya Chitavati parasainikayurakshna Chitavati partha sakhe ratir mamastu. Read the translation.
In obedience to the command of his friend, Lord Sri Krishna entered the arena of the battlefield of Kurukshetra between the soldiers of Arjuna and Duryodhana. And while there he shortened the lifespan of the opposing party by his merciful glance. This was done simply by his looking at the enemy. Let my mind be fixed upon that Krishna.
Let my mind be fixed upon that Krishna. Who is Krishna? Bhishmadev is remembering the beginning, first day of the battle. Sapadi sakhi vacha nisamya madhye nija parayo balayo ratham nivesya. Here, Arjuna's party is Krishna's own party, Nija party. And Paro means Duryodhana. Can you imagine? Bhishmadev is, how he is speaking? Nija parayo balayo ratham nivesya. Senayor ubhayor madhye ratham sthapayamachyuta javat eta nirikshayam yadhukaman avastitam karimaya sahajuddhabhyam asmin ramana samadhyame. Dhartarashtrasya putrasya yuddhe and priya chikirsava. Who are those people who have come here to support the evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra? I want to see them. So please place my chariot in between the two armies. After being instructed by Arjuna, Krishna brought the chariot. And where he brought the chariot? Bhisma Drona Pramukhata Sarvesam cha Maitita Vada Partha Prasitam Samavetan Kuruniti. Krishna immediately drew the chariot where Bhisma and Drona are standing. He said, Arjuna, see, here is your grandfather Bhisma Dev. Here is your Gurudev standing. Krishna is very funny. So that is what he is remembering. Ayurakshya, Nija Parayo Sainika Ayurakshya. Actually, Hritavati, you just by glancing over these armies, you reduce their duration of life. Arjuna, he saw this, na? He said, Jatha nadinam bahavambu vega samudramevabhi mukhadravanti tatha tavami naraloka vira visanti bhaktran nabhi vijwalanti. He is saying, just like the rivers are entering into the ocean. Another example is giving, just like moths are dashing to the light for death. So they are entering into your mouth and they are now dying. So that is where Parasainika Ayurakshana. Just by glancing about them, he could reduce their duration of life. And he is saying, unto that Partha Sakhe, Mama Rati Astu. So in that way, he is speaking to Krishna that let my mind be fully absorbed in you. Then in next 36 he is saying, Bhavahita pritana mukham niriksha svajana badhat vimukhasya dosha buddhya kumati maharad atma vidyayaya charanarati paramasya tasya mestu. Read the translation.
When Arjuna was seemingly polluted by ignorance upon observing the soldiers and commanders before him on the battlefield, the Lord eradicated his ignorance by delivering transcendental knowledge. May his lotus feet always remain the object of my interest.
Swajana badha vimukhasya dosha buddhya. What is their dosha buddhi Arjuna had? Arjuna said, they are my kinsmen, I don't want to fight. So that is dosha buddhi, aham buddhi, ahanta, mamataspat. So according to Bhishmadev, that was a fault by Arjuna. Why he was thinking that they are my own, I don't want to fight. So that fault was removed by Krishna. How? Atma Vidyaya. Kumatim Aharat. That ill thought of Arjuna was destroyed by Krishna by giving him the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. And he is saying, I want my attention to be fixed unto that Krishna who destroyed the ignorance in Arjuna through the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Kumatim Aharad Atma Vidyaya. Eradicated Arjun's ignorance by the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, Prabhupada, he writes, read this.
All the commanders of the parties on the battlefield of Kurukshetra were standing face to face, and Arjuna saw them with great compassion and lamented that he was to kill his kinsmen on the battlefield for the sake of the empire.
What did Arjuna said? It is better for me to go for begging. I want to become a beggar, but I don't want to fight. Why? Why you don't want to fight? He is saying, even if after I win the battle, then the kingdom which I will attend will be tainted with the blood of my superiors. I don't want to enjoy a kingdom which is tainted with the blood of the superiors. My guru, my pitamaha, I have to kill them in this battle. That is Kumati. You see, this is a very interesting point. You need to understand what is right in common religious principles in bhakti to Krishna, that is not highest. From the social perspective, if you say what Krishna is saying, that what Arjuna is saying is great, right? How can he kill his guru? How can he kill his grandfather, his brother? But when Krishna wants us to do something, then we should be ready to do that. Krishna never asked us to kill our kinsmen. But Krishna says, give up your attachment to your kinsmen. You should give up your attachment. Okay? Ready? See, Kumatim Aharat Atma Vidya. Apparently, read this.
Apparently, Arjuna's intelligence became polluted because otherwise there would not have been a chance to deliver the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita for the good of all polluted conditioned souls encased in material bondage by the misconceptions concerning their relationship with the false material body. The Bhagavad Gita was delivered to the conditioned souls of the world, to deliver them from the wrong conception of identifying the body with the soul and to reestablish the soul's eternal relation with the Supreme Lord. Atma Vidya, or transcendental knowledge of himself, was primarily spoken by the Lord for the benefit of all concerned in all parts of the universes.
Okay? Thirty-seven. स्वनिगममपहाय मत्प्रतिज्ञां ऋतमधिकर्तुमप्लुतो रथस्थ धृतरथचरणाभ्ययाचलद्दु हरिरिव हन्तुमिवं गतोत्तरीय. Is the translation?
Fulfilling my desire and sacrificing his own promise, he got down from the chariot, took up its wheel, and ran towards me early, just as a lion goes to kill an elephant. He even dropped his outer garment on the way.
When Krishna was rushing towards Bhishmadev out of anger to kill him, at that time his body, he actually, at that time, he was in the mood of the Supreme Lord. His body carried the weight of the entire universe. That's why Chalat Gudi, the earth started to tremble by Krishna's taking step on the earth. So it was so heavy, his body was so heavy. And it is said, when he was rushing towards Bhishmadev, Haririva hantu mibham gatottariya. He didn't even notice that his outer garment was falling. But he was rushing just like a lion that attacks an elephant. So, this shows Krishna's affection for Arjuna. Again. Swanigamam Vahayamat Pratigyam Ritan Adhikartum. Krishna glorifies his devotees. In this pastime, by breaking his own promise, he is actually glorifying Bhishmadev. That his devotees promise is more valuable to him than his own promise. Even if whole world going to condemn it doesn't matter. But my devotee's promise should remain. Bhishmadev has told that I will fight in such a way that to protect Arjuna he has to break his promise. I have to give justice to Bhishma's promise. And anyway he also wanted to protect Arjuna. Krishna agreed to become the chariot driver of Arjuna. The day when this Kurukshetra was just about to begin, both the party, Duryodhana's party and Yudhishthira Maharaj's party, they wanted to take help from Krishna. So one day, Duryodhana came to see Krishna. Krishna was sleeping. And he just sat on a chair near Krishna's head. Then after some time Arjuna also came. Arjuna did not sit, he went and stood near Krishna's feet. When Krishna woke up, he first, "Oh, Arjuna, you are here? When did you come?" He said, Yeah, I came just a little while ago. Okay, come, sit. So then Krishna brought him, Arjuna, and made him sit next to him on the cot. And Duryodhana is saying, what happened to him? I came before Arjuna, he is not taking anything to me, he is talking to only Arjuna. He said, Dargadis, I am also here. Oh, you are here? Okay, come. So why you all have come? So first he said, Arjuna, let me ask Arjuna. Arjuna, why you come? No, Yudhishthira Maharaj said, go and ask for help. Duryodhana, why are you here? I also want help. Okay. Then Krishna said, one side I will have my soldier, another side I will. But understand, whichever side I am going to be, I am not going to take any weapon. So now you decide who you want. So Duryodhana was thinking, I should get the soldiers. Krishna said to Duryodhana, he said, look, Arjuna is younger than you. First Arjuna should ask. He should be given the first chance. And after he decides, then whatever remains you should take. Duryodhana was thinking, if Arjuna takes the soldier, then I am in big loss. What Krishna is going to do? Huh? Even if he comes to my side, he said he is not going to take up any weapon. So he was very much worried. When Krishna said to Arjuna, Arjuna, first you ask, whatever you want then. Arjuna said, I want you. And Duryodhana was very happy. He said, okay, Dragadis, please, order your soldier, now I can go. Because he got what he wanted. So he took his soldier, he left. Then Arjuna was sitting there, Krishna was sitting, he said, Arjuna, is your brain working? He said, what? I am fine, perfectly fine. He said, no, I am asking, maybe you are crazy. I told you, I am not going to take up any weapon. Still you chose me, not the soldiers. In the battle, fighting has to happen. When I am not going to take up any weapon, that means I am not going to fight by your side, still you chose me. He said, what can I do? I am not going to do anything. Arjuna said, you can do one thing. He is his friend, no? So you can drive my chariot? He said, oh yeah, I can drive your chariot. That much I can do. But driving his chariot means He is taking the full responsibility of Arjuna. I mean to say, such a sweet relationship Krishna had with Arjuna and the Pandavas. And that's why he says, Mat pratigya mritam adhikartam. So he is kind of, Arjuna, like Krishna, he can't see anything but Arjuna. By reading this section, we should understand Krishna's good quality being Bhakta-Vatsa. How he is protecting his devotee. If we surrender unto Krishna, our life is successful. That is what actually we need. We don't need anything else in our life except just surrendering ourselves unto Krishna. So, in this, from 37 and 38, Lord shows great favor to Bhishmadev. That he is breaking his own promise to protect Bhishmadev's promise. Prabhupada writes, I think, no. Oh. Prabhupada is speaking the lecture. Krishna actually did not break his promise. He did not accept any weapon, but he simply showed Bhishma that I have come to kill you with this wheel of the chariot. This Sudarshan Chakra is different. These are the reciprocation with Krishna can do anything for his devotee. Prabhupada is coming. Some people say Krishna, he broke his promise. Well, he just took a chariot wheel and he was making a show to protect his devotee. Krishna did not break his promise. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada writes toward the end, Bhishmadev wanted to see Lord Krishna take up some weapon to save his friend. The Lord created this situation, making Arjun's death imminent. He stood before Bhishmadev to show him that his promise was fulfilled and that he had taken up the wheel. Chitra Vishikhato Visirnadamsa Shataja Paripluta Tatahino Me Prasarabhamu Saramadhavadhanam Sabhavatu Me Bhagavan Gatir Mukunda. Read the translation.
May he, Lord Shri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who awards salvation, be my ultimate destination. On the battlefield, it shouts to me as if angry because of the wounds dealt by my sharp arrows. His shield was scattered and his body was smeared with blood due to the wounds.
Satajat Paripluta Atataino Me. Khataja. Khata means wound. Ja means that is taking birth from khata. That is blood. How come your Lord's body is getting wounded and blood is coming out? Prabhupada says in the purport, the Lord was so angry that Arjuna checked him when he was moving towards Bhishmadev. But in spite of Arjuna's checking, he proceeded towards Bhishmadev as a lover goes to a lover. without caring for hindrances. Actually, apparently,